Sandankyo Gorge, a special national scenic beauty, is a 16-kilometer-long gorge that runs along the Shiwagi River and Ota River in the town of Akiota in Hiroshima Prefecture. The beautiful scenery of the gorge is like that of a landscape painting come to life. It is the only gorge in Western Japan that has been designated as a special place of scenic beauty. Let's take a look at how this natural wonder came to be. In the late Cretaceous period, dinosaurs were still thriving on the Earth. The Japanese archipelago, located on the eastern coast of Asia, was still part of the continent. In this part of the Japanese archipelago, active volcanic activity and magma intrusion caused by the subduction of the Pacific Plate led to the formation of granite. There were many of these stratovolcanoes, such as Mount Fuji, as well as calderas, such as Lake Toya, Lake Kusharo, and Aso. These volcanoes occasionally erupted on a large scale, spewing out huge amounts of whitish rhyolite volcanic ash and pumice. The rhyolite rock exposed in Sandankyo is composed of volcanic ash and pyroclastic flow deposits that accumulated on the ground surface during this period. Around 25 million years ago, the Sea of Japan began to open, dividing into a number of blocks. Around 15 million years ago, Western Japan moved to its present position and the Sea of Japan was completed. At this time, the Western Chugoku region, including Sandankyo Gorge, was estimated to have been like an island with a flat surface and low elevation. An inland sea called the Koseto Inland Sea stretched from present-day Osaka Bay to the eastern part of Hiroshima Prefecture, while the Chugoku Mountains, western Hiroshima Prefecture, and Yamaguchi Prefecture were land masses. It was during this period that the Japanese archipelago became almost as it is in present day. The Seto Inland Sea became a landmass, and the western Chugoku region began to rise around 10 million years ago. Small-scale volcanic activities were occurring in some places. What was Sandankyo like at that time? Around 5 million years ago, when the Japanese archipelago took its present shape, a volcanic eruption occurred to the west of Sandankyo at Mount Kanmuri. As the Chugoku Mountains continued to develop, rolling mountain ranges spread out, gradually increasing in elevation. As the elevation gradually increased, rivers eroded the mountains and valleys began to form. In the vicinity of Sandankyo Gorge, from northeast to southwest, a wide and shallow valley was formed, while the hills and plateau between the valleys rose. A river connecting the Shiwagi River to the Ota River is thought to have meandered through the flat land toward Hiroshima. However, at that time, a deep valley had not yet been formed. The Seto Inland Sea was still a landmass, but because uplift did not occur there, the plains were spread out. The mountains around Sandankyo, as well as those to the east and west of Sandankyo, rose further, and the valley gradually deepened. Around 2 million years ago, a certain part of the Seto Inland Sea began to sink, and an inland sea was formed. As the uplift of the Chugoku Mountains progressed, the valleys were fixed in their present positions and gradually became deeper. It is estimated that the elevation of the mountains is about half of what it is today. Starting 1 million years ago, the rate of crustal movement in western Japan accelerated due to changes in plate movement. The uplift of the Chugoku Mountains and the subsidence of the Seto Inland Sea proceeded rapidly as the deep valleys of the Ota River and Shiwagi River were completed. Sandankyo Gorge was also deeply eroded by the Shiwagi River and became the gorge we see today. As we have seen, the Earth has been changing its shape since long before humans inhabited the Earth. As a result, a complex topography like the present Sandankyo Gorge was created. Multi-level waterfalls like Sandandaki Falls and Nidantaki Falls, quick rapids like Guruno-sei and Kanega-sei, deep, gentle pools like Kurobuchi Pool, huge stones deposits such as Yokozeki and Gorozeki, selective erosion seen in Sarutobi Rock and Ishidoi Shallow. Even now, the beautiful scenery of Sandankyo continues to fascinate us, changing its shape little by little right before our eyes.